It is moving through your system right now, invisible and untraceable. You feel fine. You wake up, you move, you breathe, and you assume your body is functioning exactly as it should. But for nearly half of all adults in the United States, that assumption is a dangerous gamble. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer for a reason. It does not announce itself with pain or obvious warnings in its early stages. It waits, it builds, it exerts constant, hidden force against the walls of your arteries, day after day, year after year. By the time many people realize something is wrong, the damage to their heart and vessels is already well underway. Millions are living with this condition without ever knowing it, unaware that the pressure within them is climbing toward a breaking point. How do you know if you are one of them? How do you distinguish between a normal day and a body signaling for help? Your health depends on your ability to recognize the subtle, often ignored indicators that your system is under duress. In the next few minutes, we will reveal 10 crucial signs. To understand the threat, you must visualize your own anatomy as a closed hydraulic system. Think of your heart as a mechanical pump and your blood vessels as a vast, interconnected network of hoses. Every time your heart beats, it pushes blood through this network, creating force against the interior walls of your arteries. This is blood pressure. When your system is healthy, this force is controlled and rhythmic. But when that pressure remains consistently high, it acts like a relentless surge of water through a pipe that was never designed to handle such intensity. The arterial walls begin to stretch, weaken, and scar. This is where the damage begins. You measure this force using two distinct numbers. The top number, systolic, captures the pressure during the moment your heart muscle contracts. The bottom number, diastolic, measures the pressure when your heart rests between those beats. A healthy reading sits below 120/80. Why does this pressure climb? Why does one person stay healthy while another faces a critical surge? The answer is rarely simple. First, look at your history. Genetics play a significant role. If your parents or close relatives deal with high blood pressure, your own system may be more susceptible to the same strain. But biology is not destiny. Your daily environment holds the most weight. An unhealthy diet, heavy on sodium, processed ingredients, and saturated fats, forces your arteries to work harder. Combine that with a sedentary routine, and the pressure within your vessels begins to rise. Then, there is the matter of weight. Excess body mass forces your heart to pump with greater intensity just to maintain flow, placing a constant, heavy demand on your circulatory system. Alcohol consumption acts as another catalyst, triggering spikes that can become permanent over time. Finally, consider the invisible weight of chronic stress. Identifying which of these apply to you is not just about tracking data. It is about recognizing the specific stressors you are placing on your heart every single day. Now, we must confront the most dangerous reality of this condition. High blood pressure is often a silent threat. It does not announce itself with pain or obvious distress in the early stages. Your heart can be straining, your arteries can be hardening, and your kidneys can be under siege, all while you feel perfectly normal. This is why it is called the silent killer. The body does not always sound an alarm when its internal pressure reaches a critical level. You might go months or even years without a single physical clue that your cardiovascular system is failing. But this silence is a trap. It allows the damage to accumulate, turning minor arterial stress into a systemic crisis. By the time your body finally produces a noticeable symptom, the condition has often reached a severe, advanced state. You cannot wait for a clear, undeniable signal to start paying attention. The moment you feel these symptoms, it is no longer a warning. It is a direct report of existing damage. The clock is already ticking. When the silence finally breaks, the body speaks in sharp, undeniable terms. The first sign is a severe headache. This is not a typical ache. It is a throbbing, relentless pressure that feels like a weight inside your skull. It is the direct result of the force pushing against your intracranial arteries. Pay attention if these headaches become more frequent or intense. Second, notice your breath. If you find yourself winded after minimal exertion, your heart is struggling to maintain the necessary flow. Your lungs are signaling that they are under pressure, potentially struggling with fluid buildup because your pump cannot keep pace. Third, watch for frequent nosebleeds. While common in isolation, a nosebleed without a clear external cause is a warning light. It indicates that the delicate vessels in your nasal passages are failing under the strain of excessive internal force. These are not just inconveniences. When your head pounds, when your lungs gasp for air, or when blood flows without injury, your body is no longer whispering. It is shouting. The crisis deepens when the pressure begins to compromise your vital organs. First, pay attention to your chest. Any sensation of tightness, pressure, or sharp pain is a red flag. This is not just muscle fatigue. It is a direct indicator of heart strain. Your heart is fighting against the resistance in your arteries, and this pain is the sound of that struggle reaching a breaking point. Second, watch for sudden changes in your vision. If your sight blurs, if you see double, or if you experience temporary blackouts, your body is revealing the damage done to the tiny, delicate blood vessels in your eyes. These vessels are fragile, and they cannot withstand the force of high pressure for long. Third, and perhaps most alarming, is the presence of blood in your urine. This is a clear sign that the pressure has reached your kidneys. The high force is tearing through the microscopic filters responsible for cleaning your blood. When you see this, the damage is already significant. These three signs are not mere symptoms. They are the physical evidence of organ failure in progress. Your heart, your eyes, and your kidneys are all under direct assault. The final warnings are often the most disorienting, signaling that the pressure has reached your brain and nervous system. First, pay attention to a rhythmic pounding in your chest, neck, or ears. This is not a normal heartbeat. It is the sound of your arteries struggling to contain the force of blood flow. It is a constant, mechanical reminder of the strain. Second, notice any persistent fatigue or sudden confusion. When your brain does not receive adequate blood flow, your ability to concentrate fades. You may feel disoriented or mentally sluggish, as if your thoughts are moving through thick water. This is a direct result of your brain being under constant, high-pressure stress. Third, observe your own skin. Sudden or persistent facial flushing can be a sign that the delicate vessels in your face are dilated and struggling to manage the internal force. While often dismissed as minor, when this flushing occurs alongside other symptoms, it is a clear indicator of systemic danger. These signs are the final alarms. When your body pulses, when your mind falters, or when your skin flushes without cause, you are at a critical juncture. Do not wait for the next symptom. Do not hope it will pass. The narrative of your health does not end with a diagnosis. You hold the power to rewrite the outcome. Recovery begins with the plate. Shift your focus to fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, while strictly limiting sodium and saturated fats. This is not a temporary restriction. It is a fundamental recalibration of your fuel. Next, move your body. Aim for 150 minutes of moderate activity every week. Whether it is a brisk walk or a structured workout, consistent movement forces your heart to adapt, strengthening the muscle and easing the strain on your arteries. If lifestyle adjustments are not enough, your doctor is your partner in this process. Medications like ACE inhibitors or beta blockers are tools, not failures. They exist to bring your numbers back into a safe, manageable range. Take them exactly as prescribed. Attend every follow-up appointment. You are the architect of your own cardiovascular stability. Take control today and build the foundation for a longer, healthier life. While these strategies offer a path toward better health, remember that this information is for educational purposes only. It does not replace the specialized knowledge of your doctor. Every individual has a unique health profile, and your medical history requires a personalized approach that only a qualified professional can provide. Before you make any changes to your diet, exercise routine, or medication, schedule a consultation with your healthcare provider. They are your most reliable partner in navigating these decisions and ensuring your safety. If you found this information helpful, you are not alone in this journey. We invite you to subscribe to our channel for weekly health education videos designed to help you take control of your well-being. Knowledge is the first step toward a healthier life, but it is most effective when shared. Think of someone in your life who might benefit from understanding these vital indicators and pass this information on to them. Your support helps us build a community focused on proactive health and long-term vitality. Thank you for choosing to invest your time in learning how to protect your heart and your future. Stay consistent, stay informed, and most importantly, stay healthy.